Hi guys! I haven't posted on here in quite a while, so I'm sorry about that, but I will be better about it this year, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself by saying that. And yeah, on to the video. So imagine this, right? Jude is chilling with her twin sister Taryn and their older sister Vivian for about 5 seconds, and then this giant green dude comes knocking on their door and reveals he's actually Vivian's father. Oh, and he's a fairy, which explains why he's green. And you're probably thinking, whoa, that's so crazy. But no, it gets even crazier, because it turns out the girl's mother, Eva, was married to this guy, whose name is Maddox, by the way, and she pretended to die in a tragic fire while she was pregnant with Vivian. So now Maddox was like, dude, what the frick, how could you lie to me and take our kid away and pretend to die in a fire? Like, that's just so rude. And Eva's all like, yeah, well, get over it. No, I'm kidding, that's not what she said. She's kind of like, I just didn't want to live in the fairy world anymore. And then Jude's dad comes running through the room with an axe because he wants to kill Maddox, and Maddox is like, Uno reverse. And then Jude's dad dies. And at this point, Eva's like, whoa, this is getting kind of crazy. And she tries to run away again.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Yeah, I don't know why she thought using the same trick twice would work, but yeah, Maddox kills her as well. Since they have no parents left and nothing better to do because they're like kids at this point, the girls pack their bags and leave for Fairyland with Maddox. Okay, fast forward 10 years later. The girls are now living with Maddox, his wife Oriana, and their little brother Oak. Jude and Taryn actually enjoy living in Faerie more than Vivian does, even though they have to do like a bajillion different things just to stay alive. Like, oh, you want to go to a party? Okay, great, no worries. Just make sure you eat 10 million bags of salt, don't dance, don't eat anything, and wear some berries around your neck. Okay, that's a bit dramatic, but you get the point. It's very hard for human beings to live in Faerie. Oh, and also, despite the fact that it's Fairyland, school and bullies still exist. Yeah, everybody hates Jude and Taryn since they're humans, especially Prince Carden, who is the youngest son of the king, and his friends Nicasia, Valerian, and Locke. And the bullying's not even like, haha, you suck. It's more like, I know, let's go drown Jude because she wants to participate in a tournament and we don't want that. Back at home, Maddox reveals that the king is planning on abdicating the throne and choosing Prince Dane, his third-born son, as his successor. Maddox is all like, don't even worry about it, guys. This is going to be super duper awesome for us. Our futures are so secure. This is going to be so great, so fun, amazing. And everyone else is kind of like, okay, whatever that means. Jude asks Maddox if she can declare herself ready for knighthood because she really wants to be a knight. And he says no. Maybe after the coronation. And now Jude's all annoyed because she's like, what the frick, dude? This was my 5-year plan. Jude ends up becoming a spy for Prince Dane, and he puts a spell on her to prevent anyone but him from enchanting her. Wow, that's so great. Nobody can abuse Jude anymore. Wrong. Because she goes to school the next day and Valerian shoves an enchanted apple in her mouth, which makes her do whatever everybody else wants her to do. So I'm sure you can gather what kind of situation this turns into, because it's abuse Jude time, because of course it is, because everybody just wants to abuse Jude all the time. Like, just leave her alone, guys. She's just so awesome and amazing. Locke helps her out and takes Jude home. Jude finds her first ever spy mission from Prince Dane. He asks her to sneak into his older brother Balkin's house, where she finds an interesting letter, but also she sees Carden getting whipped by Prince Balkin. Jude's like, wow, that sucks. Dane then introduces Jude to his other spies, who are Ghost, Roach, and Bomb. Locke shows up to Jude's house to check on her, which is weird. That's weird. Taryn reveals she's getting engaged on the night of Dane's coronation, but she can't tell us who she's gonna get engaged to.
That's suspicious.
Anyways, Jude starts poisoning herself to get stronger, and Valerian tries to enchant her and make her jump off a building, which is so not cool. So naturally, Jude stabs him, and then she goes to party at Locke's house, and he lets her play dress up in his dead mum's wardrobe, where she finds a really cool acorn that she decides to keep. The acorn turns out to be even cooler because it contains a hidden message from Locke's mum. Prince Dane shows up and he's like, dude, try not to stab Valerian challenge, because he's so not happy about that situation, and he makes Jude stab herself to prove her loyalty, and then Jude stabs Valerian again because he snuck into her room and tried to hurt her, which is fair enough. And this time Valerian actually dies. And now it's finally time for the coronation. Locke spends the night harassing Jude and asking her if she loves him, but don't worry, the party picks up because Balkin kills Dane with the help of Maddox because he wants to be the king. And then he starts killing the rest of his siblings, which is kind of helpful because because now there's less names to remember. Jude runs away and finds a drunk Cardan and kidnaps him. We also find out Dane wasn't an awesome guy. He killed Locke's mother because she was kind of carrying his child while she was seeing his dad. Very messy. Jude goes home for a bit and Vivian's like, dude, let's just go live in the mortal world. This is insane. And also, Terran's fiance is there, and it turns out to be Locke. Yeah, ew. The next morning, Jude tries to find Terran and ends up in Oriana's room where she finds another golden acorn, and then it sort of clicks into place and she realizes Oak was Locke's mother's son, so he's Locke's brother, but his father is Dane, and when Prince Dane killed Locke's mother, Oriana hid Oak and then married Maddox and pretended Oak was their son. How kind of Maddox to take in Oak as his own son, right? It's not like he's gonna use Oak to take the throne. That would be crazy, right? In order to protect Oak, Jude gets Cardan to swear himself to her for a year and a day, and she also gets him to agree to crowning Oak. And then she plans on sending Oak to the mortal world with Vivian. Cardan's like, no worries, dude, no worries at all, as long as I don't have to be the king, because I would hate that. And Jude's like, yeah, okay. They show up to Balkan's castle, Maddox and Jude fight, but Maddox loses because Jude poisoned him, and then it's time for Cardan to crown Oak. Yeah, that doesn't happen because Oak ends up crowning Cardan, which was actually Jude's real plan all along. Oak goes to the mortal world to live with Vivian and her girlfriend Heather, and Jude has a year and a day before her command over Cardan ends.